All right, let's go over some of the final thoughts from the interview with Seth. Very interesting topic, the authenticity in entrepreneurship, which is huge to make sure that, yes, you going after your goals and dreams, but not just financially, not just looking for the extrinsic motivation, the money, the reward. And this is something that over the years, as he developed as a human being, as an entrepreneur, he started to become even more authentic, to just focus and put in all his energy in the things that really are meaningful and bringing fulfillment to him. Even though he was making money in different areas, he just felt that, man, my heart is just not there anymore. And he decided to move all his efforts towards Fight to Win. And an interesting thing about authenticity, about 5 to 6 years ago, that was the first time that I actually put thought into the word authenticity. Because if I ask you, say like, hey, are you authentic? You'd be like, hell yeah, I'm authentic. I say whatever I want. I dress in any way I want, which is part of authenticity as well. But I started to ask myself, are you authentic to your desires? And that's the question that I ask you. Are you authentic to yourself, being authentic to your desires? And that's something that very often people struggle with it. Because I look at authenticity as, that level from 1 to 100. We're going to be shooting that as high as possible, as close as possible to that 100. And being authentic to your desire is, for some people, they might be in transition. If you're listening this and you're in a corporate job and you hate it, but you'd like to be doing something else. And then you got to ask yourself, am I being authentic to my desire? Maybe you can say, yeah, Gustavo, it's easy for you to say, I have kids, I have all this. I totally understand. But if one day you want to really raise your level of authenticity, you're going to have to make changes. And I'm not saying to drop everything off and then do it. The same way that Seth was saying, man, I work in landscaping and got to a point that, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Now I got to a point that I can just work with what I want. And that's part of the entrepreneurial journey. So I don't know where you at in your journey, if you're already past that point and you enjoying working with what you love and you wouldn't rather be doing anything else, or maybe in that transition part that, man, I'm not happy. And you got to ask yourself exactly this, like, am I being authentic to my desire? And the reason why I say this is because time flies, man. And the last thing you want is one day regret. And I always think about this. There is a book out there called The Top 5 Regrets of Dying from this lady called Bronnie Ware. She's a nurse in Australia, and she used to work with terminal patients with up to like 90 days to live. And she started to interview them, asking them what are their main regrets in life. And the first one was, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expect of me. And with that said, a lot of people have their goals and dreams, their entrepreneurial goals and dreams of careers they want to pursue, but maybe they don't want to disappoint others or parents or friends, or what if I do this, what if I do that? And at the end of their lives, they're asking those questions. And I really want you to ask yourself, are you being authentic to your desire? Are you doing what you feel like you really want to do? If not, think about the next step. What do you need to do? What move do you need to do to move the needle a little bit closer to where I'd like to be? Is that maybe acquiring new knowledge, studying something, doing some course? What kind of action needs to be taken just to move a little bit? Again, it may take years for this transition from working with something that you're not quite passionate about it to what you want to do. It's going to be a journey, big time. But if you really want to be authentic to your desire, be authentic to yourself, reach literally your full potential, become the best version of you, regardless, man, on and off the mat, you're going to have to ask this question. And even some people talking about jiu-jitsu, sometimes people feel that they want to compete in jiu-jitsu, but that fear of disappointing others, what others might think of me if I don't win, or this and that, And you, at the end, you see, are you being authentic to yourself, to your desire? If your desire to maybe participate in tournament, but you're not because you're worried about what others are going to think. Remember I just mentioned about the top 5 regrets. The number 1, worrying too much about what others expect of you. So I hope this message really resonated with you, for you to ask yourself, if that's the question of the day, are you being authentic to your desire? If not, just think about what is one step, just one, not tomorrow, today, one step that can help you to move a little bit closer. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I see you next week. Oos.
We're glad you were able to join us for this episode of the BJJ Mental Coach Podcast, but the lesson doesn't end here. Watch the videos and download the audio of the 10 mental mistakes BJJ competitors make and how to avoid them for free when you subscribe to the BJJMentalCoach.com. Don't miss the chance to find out what might be holding you back from being your best self on and off the mat. That's the BJJMentalCoach.com.